This is probably one of the most ordinary objects in your home. You use it, flush it, and almost never think about what happens next. But imagine something impossible. What if every toilet on Earth flushed at exactly the same time? One toilet flushing isn't particularly impressive, but now multiply that by every home, every apartment, every hotel, school, office, and public bathroom, all flushing at almost exactly the same moment. Suddenly, an ordinary flush becomes an enormous wave of water moving through our cities. So, where does all that water actually go? After every flush, the water travels through your pipes and joins a much larger sewer system beneath the city. Beneath the streets, thousands of smaller pipes feed into larger sewers, carrying wastewater away from entire neighborhoods. But flushing creates another problem. Every empty toilet tank immediately starts pulling fresh water from the city's supply. If millions of toilets refill together, water demand suddenly spikes, and in some places pressure could temporarily drop. But here's the surprising part. The world's toilets aren't connected to one enormous global plumbing system. Instead, every city and community has its own network, so the effects would happen locally, not everywhere at once. Inside each city, though, millions of simultaneous flushes could send a sudden surge of wastewater through the sewers. Many large sewers are built to handle changing flows, so a brief surge wouldn't automatically cause an overflow. But smaller or already stressed systems could struggle, with wastewater rising dangerously close to their maximum capacity. Eventually, that surge reaches wastewater treatment plants, where enormous volumes of sewage must be cleaned before being released. Treatment plants already handle changing flows throughout the day, using tanks and channels to manage temporary increases. But if wastewater arrives too quickly, some plants could reach their hydraulic limits before the surge passes. Now think about the water itself. A modern toilet can use around 6 liters every time you flush. Multiply that across hundreds of millions of toilets, and suddenly we're talking about billions of liters moving through plumbing systems. Billions of liters sounds enormous, but compared with the water cities use every day, it wouldn't suddenly drain our reservoirs. The real problem isn't the total water, it's the timing. Millions of toilets demanding it at almost exactly the same moment. But despite what you might imagine, toilets wouldn't suddenly explode just because everyone flushed at the same time. The bigger risk would be local backups or overflows, where older or overloaded sewer systems simply couldn't move the surge fast enough. And here's another twist. Not every toilet on Earth is even connected to a city sewer. So the world's toilets wouldn't create one giant wave. They'd send thousands of separate surges through local systems. And surprisingly, the chaos wouldn't last very long. Once that first surge passes, the enormous spike quickly begins to fade. Water pressure recovers, sewer levels fall, and treatment plants gradually process the extra wastewater that remains. So if every toilet flushed at once, the world wouldn't drown, and your toilet probably wouldn't explode. We'd create a huge but temporary surge through thousands of local systems, and surprisingly, most would eventually return to normal. Turns out our plumbing is far more resilient than it looks. Until next time, stay curious.